If you work in custodial services, a hospital, or as a first responder, you know that mental health isn't a luxury. It's a necessity. In your world, it's not just about feeling good. It's about survival. These jobs demand incredible resilience, lightning-fast decisions, and a level of emotional strength that most people never have to find, often under immense pressure and without a moment to pause. You already know this. The job doesn't stop just because you're exhausted. The chaos doesn't slow down when you feel overwhelmed. And you rarely get a moment to truly process what you've just seen, heard, or experienced. That's exactly why protecting your mental health isn't selfish, it's strategic. It's how you stay effective, how you stay safe, and, most importantly, how you stay human in the face of incredible challenges. So today, let's talk about practical, consistent things you can do to support your mental health in these high-pressure environments. First, learn to recognize the signs of strain early. Mental fatigue isn't always about feeling sad. It can show up as irritability, a sense of detachment from your work or your family, forgetfulness, or even physical symptoms like constant headaches and trouble sleeping. The sooner you notice these signs, the easier it is to intervene before you hit full-blown burnout. Think of it like a check engine light for your mind. It's a warning, not a failure. Acknowledge it and take action. Second, start building micro-boundaries into your day. I know what you're thinking, long breaks are a fantasy. But you can create small, powerful moments of separation. It could be taking one deep, deliberate breath before you walk into a patient's room or a new wing of the facility. It could be a quick stretch between calls or just 5 seconds of complete silence in your vehicle before briefing your team. These tiny pauses are like hitting a reset button for your nervous system, giving it a chance to come down from high alert, even in the middle of a chaotic shift. Third, talk about it even if it's just to one person. Custodial, medical, and emergency staff carry an immense weight of confidentiality, trauma, and responsibility. But that silence can be incredibly corrosive over time. It eats away at you. Find someone you trust. It could be a colleague who just gets it, a supportive supervisor, or a designated peer support officer in your organization. You don't have to share every single detail. Just sharing enough to feel seen and heard can lift a tremendous burden from your shoulders. Fourth, harness the power of routine. When your work environment is unpredictable and chaotic, a solid routine becomes your anchor. It gives your brain a sense of control and safety. This could be a consistent sleep schedule, even on weekends. It could be a post-shift ritual, like listening to a specific podcast on the drive home or spending 10 minutes in your garden. It could even be a weekly check-in with yourself, just asking, how am I really doing? In a world of unpredictability, routines provide a stable foundation, and that stability is the bedrock of mental resilience. Fifth, don't wait for a crisis to seek support. So many organizations now offer confidential counseling, peer support networks, or well-being apps. Use them proactively. You don't have to be at your breaking point to benefit from them. In fact, support is most effective when you engage with it early, as a form of maintenance, not just emergency repair. Think of it like training for a marathon. You wouldn't wait until race day to start preparing. Your mental health deserves the same proactive care. Sixth, remember that emotional intelligence is a strength, not a weakness. Being affected by what you see, a distressed patient, a volatile incident, or a vulnerable individual in your care doesn't mean you're unfit for the job. It means you're human, and that very humanity, that ability to connect and feel empathy, is what makes you good at what you do. It allows you to de-escalate situations, comfort someone in pain, and build trust where others can't. Your emotions are a tool, not a liability. Seventh, protect your identity outside of work. Your role is intense, demanding, and a huge part of your life, but it's not your whole life. You have to intentionally make space for hobbies, relationships, and environments where you are not the officer, the medic, or the cleaner. You are more than your uniform or your job title. You're a friend, a parent, a musician, a hiker. Your mental health desperately needs that reminder. Actively schedule time for the other parts of you to thrive. Eighth, start challenging the culture of stoicism. In many frontline roles, there's this unspoken rule: stay strong, stay silent, stay sharp. But true strength isn't about silent suffering. Real strength is having the self-awareness to know when you need to rest, the courage to speak up, and the wisdom to ask for help. When you model this behavior, when you openly say, "I'm taking a mental health day," or I need to talk this through, you give others permission to do the same. That's how we begin to shift the culture from the inside out. Finally, and perhaps most importantly, be kind to yourself. You are working in environments that most people couldn't handle for a single day. You are showing up, making impossible decisions, and holding space for others during their worst moments, often with little to no recognition. So, please, give yourself credit for that. Celebrate the small wins, like a situation you handled well or a moment of connection you made. And when things inevitably go wrong, practice reflection without self-blame. You are doing an incredibly difficult job, and you deserve your own compassion. Mental health isn't a checkbox you tick off once, it's a daily, ongoing practice. For those of you on the front lines in custodial, medical, and emergency services, it's a lifeline. You deserve support, you deserve space, and you deserve strategies that honor the profound complexity of the work you do. If this video resonated with you, please consider sharing it with a colleague who might need to hear this message. Let's make mental health part of the everyday conversation in our workplaces. Thank you so much for watching, and thank you for all that you do. If you found this helpful, please like, subscribe, and follow for more content that supports you.